What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So today is the first day that we're actually going to start with welding in the cage today, and then in the next video the cage should be done over 2 days. So yeah, we're at CD Automotive now. They actually have their own YouTube channel. I've convinced Craig to start a YouTube channel because he does a lot of Mark 1 builds and a lot of car building, and that's obviously his business. So he's actually got his own YouTube channel that I'm going to link in the description, and you go subscribe to there, and you can see at the moment there is 2 videos on his channel. There will be a full race car build series where a guy by the name of Alfie, he rolled his car, and Craig had to reshell the car, recage it, change everything from one car over to the to another whole body.
So basically there's a bar that goes from you got the 8-pillar leg coming down, and then the bar goes from there through the firewall onto the strut tower.
Okay, so straight through, all the way through,
so
here, and then
we'll clearance this section here, and then we'll run onto the shock tower there.
Okay, cool. And
that just basically, if you cut the entire body away, the car suspension still stands up. The only thing on a Mark 1 that we don't connect is essentially we connect pretty close because the roll cage lands here and the rear axle is there. So there's a little section between it, which will basically hold the rear axle. And then if you cut, like I say, if you had to cut the body away, there's the rear brace, which is right inside the shock tower.
Yeah.
So the rear suspension is at any point is only this far away from the roll cage. Okay. So it's pretty stiff. And then in front here, we're onto the shock tower. The only thing that's not connected is the front subframe down here.
Okay.
So basically, if you had to cut the whole body away and just leave the floor where it attaches to the roll cage, then everything's basically pinned up.
And the sun's bright. But what Craig is doing right now is welding in the base plates, so that the cage can weld onto the base plate. The base plate obviously gives a better surface area onto the actual body of the car. So yeah, he's busy doing that now, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. So do the time lapse of him welding it. Craig has done so far is he has welded, it's still quite warm, so he's welded the base plate in on the front left. He's welded it in here for the hoop that goes around the back, and then he's also welded, he just finished welding this which goes the strut race across the rear. So this side of the section of the car, the base plates are done. Now he's just measuring to make sure everything's right, and then he's going to finish this side, and then we can start putting the cage in. So Craig's busy just finishing off the, you can see behind me, he's busy finishing off the last of the base plate. And then it's lunch, so he actually told me about this Gatsby place that's right across a place that sells Gatsby's right across the road. So thought I'd just show you guys our experience with the Gatsby's. We've got a chicken with peri-naise. My brother hasn't really had the Gatsby before, so I'm gonna let him taste it and give me his feedback.
He hasn't lived.
Yeah, like Craig says, he hasn't lived if you haven't had a Gatsby. So yeah, we're gonna get Gatsby now. You excited for your Gatsby?
No. It's good food, my bro. Why wouldn't I be excited?
No, fair enough. Yeah. We just got the Gatsby. I'm not kidding you, this Gatsby is, how long would you say this thing is? Like a meter almost?
Yeah, but
yeah, you want to check. That's building a roll cage after all.
Yeah.
0.7.
0.7 of a meter. So yeah, 700 centimeters. This thing is fucking massive. Like, you know, it weighs like 3 kilos. This thing's heavy. So this is we didn't know that the full gatsby was going to be so big, because normally when you get a full, it's like half, well, at least where I've been to. So this surprised us a lot. So we're going to see how this goes. But yes, this thing's massive. So this is the size of this gatsby. This thing is massive.
Dude, it almost filled up the whole rear in the car.
Oh, this thing is massive.
Yeah.
Look at this.
We'll have something to drink with that.
Yo, you might as well get such a big thing to compliment it.
This car's going to be moving so fast now as well.
Yeah.
So we'll cut it again.
Kind of
No, Bruce.
There's Pyrenees, eh?
It's nice though.
Half a good swing.
Just try messing the paper.
Yo, I need a boob.
You want to break the
No,
car
man.
while on top of the
No, well, it's not a welding and all sorts of shit.
It's nice. Yo, back in the gas.
How was that?
I'll be able to flipping good, eh? Yo. I don't know if I can finish this though. Yo.
Yeah, you got it. Left on the plate.
That's the problem.
I'm ready for a sleep now.
When they
A
make
nice
good
good
food
sleep.
straight across the road from where you work.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have this every day.
Yeah, no, we need to find the bed and the pillow so we can
No.
put our heads to sleep.
Try to stay away from every day. Definitely not good for you.
Yeah, fuck.
Once in a while is alright.
Next time we'll try a different Gatsby.
Yeah.
We have a Gatsby episode, Gatsby series, where every lunch break, once a week, we try a different Gatsby.
So what's the next one you're at? Are you ready to get the steak one next?
Steak
huh?
probably. What are I saw they have like 4 options or 5 options there. So it can only be for a month. We officially about to put the very first bar in the car. The first bar that we're going to do is just the rear strut from the 2 shock towers. And then once that's done, then we can start with the hoop to go around. But yeah, this is going to be the first official bar going in now. So Craig's excited to weld for another 5 hours.
All the prep's done, all the dog work.
Yeah.
But now obviously comes the jungle gym side of things. We'll be hanging upside down between the bars trying to get all the welding done.
But
Yeah, part of the job, eh?
Yeah. So there you have it. The official first piece of the roll cage is in. All welded neatly. With the flat plate and the bar connected, perfectly measured, perfectly aligned. So, like Craig says, you can probably check the car up on that. So yeah, first piece is officially done. So there you have it, the second bar is in, first bar is in there, second bar is in, the hoop overhead, welded, flipping perfectly in. He showed me some tricks that I'm not going to share, but yeah, so Craig said the next ones that we're doing is what he's measuring up now will be these 2 bottom ones, then will be the uprights from the top of the hoop to here, and then will be the X across, and then will be this 1 solid X and then 2 halves there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the solid one obviously goes up to the back of the driver's head,
Okay.
because that's where you want the most structural integrity. This car is designed to be a single person vehicle, it's not a rally car. Obviously the rally cars have you'll exit the car up in the back section of the frame, so you'll exit this way, there to there. So obviously being a single person car, being driver only, this bar is solid. And then when they do a rally car, they'll do this bar solid to protect the driver, because again, if the driver gets injured and the car's still going, potentially the navigator can get injured thereafter. But in a rally car, they'll then run an X between the hoop, so from here to here. So then what they'll do is they'll then run the bar going this way as 1 bar and not a 2-piece bar.
So Craig's busy measuring the X crossbar now. He hasn't welded this section in yet. There's a secret why he hasn't. So he's just measuring the X now, but this is what it's looking like currently.
So basically the bar that goes in first, if we weld this bar in place, then we can't fit that bar in without cutting.
He's talking about this bar, by the way.
Yeah,
As you can see, there's no welds.
Yeah, so if we weld that bar in, we battle to get the bar that runs from the bottom here to the top there. Obviously, it's not just a straight cut on the end of the bar and you weld it against it. You've got to scallop it or fish mouth it to get onto the other side. So you can't push it in and get it to fit because the inside of the fish mouth sticks out. So you either bend that out and then close it in, and that just destroys the pipe and it looks cuck.
Yeah.
So I don't like doing that. So what I do now is sometimes I'll even tack this bar in place, and then I'll work out the fish mouth to fit, and then what we'll do is we'll just break the 2 tack welds, put that bar in, and then slide this pipe in from the side that everything fits.
Okay.
And then at that point, once we're happy with placement and that, because obviously you don't want massive gaps that you've got to have to weld up. And you don't want to have to bend the pipe and put unnecessary cuts in the pipe and joins and whatnot. So
higher numbers. They are exhausted, and they are struggling under the strain of the second wave of COVID. More than half.
So that'll be all for today's video, guys. Craig has just finished off welding everything. As you can see, the cage it's in. Well, the rear section of the cage is in. He's finished the X across all neatly, as you can see. So that's all done neatly around there. So the X is solid bar through the center, and then obviously the add-ons on the sides here. Over here and here, and then one up, one down on that side, down on this side, and then from the bottom brace to the back, bottom brace to the back. So it's solid. So in tomorrow's video, it will be the brace, the bar that comes down, and then into the firewall on both sides, and then cross beams across here to protect the side impact, and then just a cross beam from here to here. It's so exciting to see it like this. I mean, the car's getting somewhere now. But yeah, thank you to all the sponsors who have come on board so far for this build. Like I always say in every video, the car wouldn't be going where it is without the people that are coming on board. Gummy PC Tuning, CD Automotive, which is Craig, Daryl from that Plug Leads guy, Andre's Rubber Supply, Handy Danny Services, everyone for their support and help with this car so far. I mean, once the cage is done, then we can spray and we're ready to go. So, well, not ready to go, but we're ready to go to the next step. But yeah, don't forget that the PC giveaway is ending on the 10th of January. You have to, I think it's the 10th of January. You guys have to like Gummy PC Tuning on Facebook and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And then on the 10th of January, I will announce the winner. So yeah, but if you guys enjoyed, please like and subscribe and share with your friends and family. And then I'll see you in the next video when the cage is completely done.